Hey y'all, this is your girl, the real deal, Anita Gill. Like, share, and subscribe. I am here with another reaction, and this time this reaction is on the remembrance of Kenneka Jenkins, a young lady that was 19 at the time, who walked in a freezer. He got a little time to get in here. I had a little difficulty with my first video. Let's see. Y'all, please like and share. Please subscribe. Hit the like button also. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Okay. I want to go on and get started because this is a work week. I want to say something about this case. This case here is a case that hit home. And the reason why I say that, because when you used to go into hotels and you have to stay in those hotels, you ain't gonna never forget about Kenneka. If you do, I don't know what to say. But the remembrance of Kenneka Jenkins walking into a freezer and found deceased. I don't want to use the word I want to say. Thumb me up, Jack. Makes me scared to sleep in a hotel, because if you can find a body in a hotel, y'all, in a high price hotel, 5-star, you chilling in one. Think about going on your vacation. If if there's not a camera showing that young lady walked in the freezer, what make you think it's gonna be a camera for you when the time, if pray God that it don't. That was some conspiracies about Kenneka. First of all, before I get started, now this happened in 2017, and it's 22, so that's 6 years. That would have made Kenneka about 24 today. That means we all aged 6 years forward. So if you was 25 when this happened to Kenneka, you about in your 30s now. So your mind should has matured a lot. You hear a lot of young people saying, let her rest. Saying, let her rest. She's resting. We the one not resting. We're not getting our rest until she get justice. Get some kind of justice. And if you, how can any young lady be tired? How any woman can be tired or hearing about a young lady who lost her life some kind of way in a freezer? How? So what we are doing here, people, and I want to thank all the people from other countries that watches my channel. I appreciate y'all. I really do. Because y'all, this is on y'all mind too. Kenneka Jenkins case is on their mind also. Yes. There was a lot of conspiracy at first about Kenneka Jenkins. When you first heard it, you were like, nah, what is people talking about? Internet went crazy. The internet was like this. Kenneka was like millions of videos of Kenneka. And they were lying, they were telling the truth, they were making up stuff, they were showing stuff you can't see, looking at, trying to figure out what's in the video. I can't see nothing. And it was just so much going on with the Kenneka case back then in 2017. but things has changed. There was conspiracy theories about the Kenneka Jenkins case. It was like you can see Kenneka in Irene glasses. Caught everything in the room. Y'all remember that? Irene glasses caught everything. Everybody looking in the glasses. Those are some special made glasses. Those must have been some investigating glasses. Because everybody saw everything allegedly in Irene's glasses. They saw a reflection of Kenneka. They remember they saw a reflection of this light-skinned man with no clothes on. Remember, allegedly? I remember because I seen it. Yeah. And that was reported. Someone was sexual assaulted her in the room. Now, something went on in the room. Allegedly, we can't prove it, but allegedly something went on in the room. It could have been with another girl. But allegedly, they think that it happened to Kenneka. That was a conspiracy. That's the videos is the one with throwing people out. That was video. People like, y'all got to look through the videos. The videos are showing things in it that y'all not seeing, because that's what they were trying to do. To me, it seemed like a psychological case. It was a psychological case that you can't use it on me. I like to flip it on other people. It was a conspiracy and theories about she was being raped while her friends was on the Facebook Live. Remember, allegedly one of her friends' sister was on the bed recording stuff. She was on Facebook. Why in the world would she put something like that on Facebook? That was a conspiracy. That was a conspiracy. Kenneka Jenkins partying with her friends on the 9th floor. Some people told Miss Teresa allegedly that they saw Kenneka on the 9th floor. Okay. She was being raped while her friends was on the Facebook Live. Sorry about that, y'all. The phone messed me up. Kenneka was partying with her friends on the 9th floor of the hotel before she disappeared. What floor was the party supposed to be on? Wasn't supposed to be on the 6th. Well, that was the conspiracy. But there was video, allegedly, they didn't show the room number, but it showed Kenneka at a party. Okay. That was conspiracy that they heard a woman that moaned like, and then screamed out help. That was a conspiracy that when Irene was smoking and what's the girl? Bree were looking at the phone. They were trying to say Irene said help, trying to tell people on the live that she said help, and the guy came around and hit her head like that. Irene had plenty of time to say help. Now, why would she want to say help at that moment? They were drunk. Allegedly, Kenneka was left in a room, but they left the room. Now, this is what this was allegedly said. They left the room She realized she left keys and phone. The friend left their drunk. Okay, I said that. Okay, yeah. Kenneka left her keys and her phone inside the room. Now, see, I thought allegedly. See what I mean? That's a conspiracy. That was that a conspiracy that Brie had her phone, not her phone, her keys. So if they went back in the room to get Irene's, I would say, Kenneka keys. Who had her keys in that room? Who had Kenneka keys in that room if Ruby wasn't in there? So who did they get Kenneka keys from? That makes sense, don't it? Who did they go in that room and get Kenneka keys and her phone from? Because I know that phone needs charging up. The friend left their drunk friend out in the hallway. And she slipped away. Do you all think at that moment that somebody grabbed that girl out that hall and put her in one of them rooms on that floor, or allegedly took her up to another floor? Do y'all think that's what happened instead of Kenneka just getting on the elevator? Allegedly. Do y'all think that could have happened? That she could have been snatched in one of them other rooms on that floor? Or either somebody took her up to another floor instead of down at that time? Everyone start pointing at her friends. That was conspiracy that everybody would point at Monifa. That's supposed to be Monifa's best friend from the 3rd grade. They were like sisters. I don't think Monifa would have allegedly did that, y'all. I don't allegedly think Monifa would have harmed her. Now, the only thing at the very first, when it first came out, I thought that I said, where was her friends? That's what I said. Where was her friend when this happened to her? Okay. Everybody started pointing at her friends. That was a narrative that her friends set her up. We're going to keep her in remembrance. We're going to keep her memories alive. Her friends set her up to be raped for $200. $200 ain't no money. I know they ain't went cheap like that on her. Unless them guys say, "Oh yeah, I give you $200. I slipped you $200." Do y'all think that anybody in that room that one of those girls accepted $200? Do y'all think that's what? Do y'all think that what happened? Cause see, if they accept $200, that's the hush hush money. You ain't gonna talk allegedly. The accident turned fatal, y'all. And allegedly, that's not my shot to call. What really, really happened to her, because I wasn't there and I don't know. The accident allegedly turned fatal. And she was allegedly, and then dumped in the freezer. Allegedly. You got to prove that. You got to prove it. Okay. Now, we about to get into her clothing. Her clothing was falling off her. The mom believed that it was foul play. The police wouldn't let her check the cameras the first hours uh, when she first went missing. And the only reason why they didn't let her see the camera people is because It was an open case at that time. It was an open case. They can't just let you see when they're trying to investigate something. They can't just let you see stuff from the beginning like that. 'Cause that'll be tampering with evidence, allegedly. That's why I think allegedly they didn't let her see the video from the beginning because they had to investigate that. It don't take no 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, a minute. It takes some days to investigate that. So they couldn't show her that video, allegedly. There was some images showing that Kenneka's shirt would lift up, pants were down, her shoes out, abrasion on her foot, and it's on one side of her body. It was abrasion on the side of her body. Now, what we about to get into now, y'all, before I leave, is Dr. Oz. Now, Dr. Oz explained something to everyone nationwide. He explained something to the mother, us, and the whole world. Dr. Oz explained why Kenneka clothing could have been affected by hypothermia. This is what Dr. Oz said. Excuse me, y'all. Allegedly, Dr. Oz explained why Kenneka clothing could have been affected by the hypothermia called paradoxical undressing. Paradoxical undressing. Y'all understand what I just said? Dr. Oz allegedly explained it. Why Kenneka clothing could have been affected by hypothermia. And he said it called, I'm not making this up, he said it, paradoxical undressing, meaning someone suffering fatal hypothermia may feel a rush of heat. Her body, it's like a heat stroke. Her body turned into a fire when they attempt to undress themselves. People, I'm not making this up. This is what Dr. Oz said, okay? So you don't have to listen to me, but thumb me up, Jack. That's what, that is exactly what Dr. Oz said. And I'm going to say it for the last time. He allegedly said that the reason why Kenneka clothing were like they were, it could have been affected by hypothermia, called paradoxical undressing, which means someone suffering fatal hypothermia may feel a rush of heat when they attempted to undress themselves. But he allegedly also said this. People, he also stated more than likely it's not what happened, but it is a possibility. I didn't make it up. Dr. Oz said this. He's a doctor. I'm not. He stated that more than likely it's not what happened, but it's a possibility that that would happen to Kenneka. So y'all remember that when y'all working on this case. So about her clothes, it has not appeared to be resolved. No resolved, y'all. So I gave y'all what Dr. Said. So paradoxical undressing can suffer when a body is hypothermia heated up, and she started taking off her own clothes, attempt to take off her undress her clothes, undress herself. But he also stated more than likely it's not what happened, it's a possibility. Lastly, I'm gonna see, do y'all have y'all been paying attention? You got Trey Game out there. You have 54 keys. You have Chloe. You have a lot of guys out there. A lot of guys who have their own channel that work this case, that explain this case. Is sitting here saying the same thing I'm saying, but I broke it down as a reaction for y'all. And y'all still ain't caught on to what I'm saying. I'm saying the same thing they saying. Thumb me up, Jet. Now, before I leave, I want to ask y'all a question. And I'm going to put this as my poll. I'm going to go in and put this as a poll. And I want y'all to vote on it. I want to see, have anybody been paying attention to this case from the beginning to the end? Do y'all remember when Andrew Holmes allegedly claimed he saw a footage of Kenneka physically walking into the freezer and not coming out? Do anybody remember that? If you don't remember that, then you haven't been paying attention to the case. It don't make no sense how y'all just sitting there watching the case and ain't paying no attention. This is a reaction channel. This is what we do. We break it down. Do anyone remember when Andrew Holmes claimed he saw a footage of Kenneka physically walking into the freezer and not coming out? Do anybody remember that? Allegedly. One thing that the surveillance did show y'all, the surveillance showed y'all that Kenneka was drunk. They're gonna make sure they showed y'all that she was drunk. Now when I finish, I'm gonna go to the poll area and I want y'all to vote on it. Was Kenneka murdered? I want y'all to vote on it. Was the footage added? I want y'all to vote on it. Please vote on this. I'm going to put it out there. Was her death a cover-up? Was her death an accident? Do she deserve justice? People, I am going to put a poll out there, and I would like for y'all to take a vote on that, okay? It's going to be very important to me that y'all react on that. I appreciate that, okay? Thumb your girl up. This is your girl, The Real Deal Gil. Like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for joining me.